Good morning, Mike and Arlen, our Philippine journey. Yeah, I screwed up that last video. In fact, I'm practically embarrassed by it. Actually, I am embarrassed by it. I really and truly am. And I think that it bears an explanation, and I think that it needs to be done correctly. So, you know what? Let's go through it and let's talk about it.
I never got it, why'd you have to go? I guess this world's too slow for you. I think there's beauty in the gray, the cold, but you just want the gold. And there's no way I can beat it, cause I got no chance, no chance when it comes to her. She got the glitter and the fame, and I just wasn't enough.
Okay, let me tell you, the last video, let me just get that fixed. The last video that we did, I didn't have Arlen review it. We've had such a busy week. So many things going on. Secondly, I'm telling you right now, it was disjointed. It was incoherent in parts with the thought process. And more than anything, I didn't even get the point across correctly, which caused it to not come across correctly. And I apologize for that. I want you to know we're not beyond making mistakes, and we are certainly not beyond admitting we've made a mistake. So let's try and rectify this for a second and see if I can do a better job. Now, I hate to say it, but I kind of presented information that came across like a high school kid trying to impress a group of adults. It was just I don't know how or why I did it like that, but I did. And I got to tell you, it's embarrassing. Let's get back to what really happened and let's try and fix it. Number one, and I'll try and make this short, but at the same time, you have to recognize there is a problem that caused this. And I'll go into that towards the end. Now, number one, polls. I did some YouTube polls. 2 separate days, I did polls. I didn't realize this, and maybe that's my mistake, or maybe it's YouTube's mistake, that they don't explain it in depth, or maybe I'm just, new at it and don't get it, all right? But the polls that YouTube allows you to do allow you, or actually guide you into making them very biased. Very biased. And I didn't realize that until I started to see what was going on. I did 2 polls diametrically opposed to each other. One about what you like, one about what you don't like. Okay? Or actually who you like and who you don't like. The thing that I didn't recognize was polls are primarily sent to, or primarily available to, or primarily in the feeds of my subscribers or the creators' subscribers. All right? That is a big problem because your subscribers are already, subscribers. They're yours, not yours, like you own them, but they are a part of your community that already tends to like what you do. So anything, if anything, they tend to go in that direction of what you're doing. I didn't realize this. And it wasn't highly apparent until the second poll when I opposed it. And I realized, and I looked at it, the results of the polls, and I said, this just isn't possible. It can't be. We're such a small channel to end up with results like this, all right? that were very biased. And I tried to point that across. However, I did a piss poor job of it. And that's just all there really is to it. I did a horrible job. Okay. The second thing that was in that video was talking about you as the viewer, whether you're a subscriber or not, are an individual. Well, I got that across in a negative manner. I got that across the wrong way. Let me be very clear and very consistent on this. Number one, we don't have a problem or a personal issue with any creators. There are creators that create stuff far superior to us. There are creators that create different stuff. And that was my point. It's different. I can talk about retirement one way, and another creator can talk about retirement another way. Just like you can go to a restaurant and talk about the food one way and have a totally different experience than we would have at that very same restaurant. Now, that in itself, I did not explain well at all. We mean this, and we say this with all honesty. We're never going to agree with every other YouTuber, and even the YouTubers or content creators that we agree with most of the time, we're going to have a difference of opinion. We're going to look at things differently. We're going to present things differently because we're different people. They're different from us. We're different from them. But more importantly, both they and us are different from you. You're the end result. And trying to get to a point that brings clarity was a huge issue. All right. We've said this before. We say it again. We think that every channel is worth watching. Okay. Every channel, whether they present stuff in a way that you don't care for it, whether they present stuff in a way that we don't care for it, there's always information in there that allows you to explore further that situation. And we tell you this all the time. You listen, you watch, you take notes, and then you verify how it applies to you. Okay? It doesn't matter what our lifestyle is like, and it doesn't matter what other people's lifestyles are like. It really and truly doesn't. What matters is what your lifestyle is like. You take a little bit of information here, you take a little bit of information there, you put it all together, and you mix it in the pot. It's kind of like cooking. All right? You know something? Some people put salt and pepper in the recipe at the beginning. Some people salt and pepper it at the table. And so there's no fixed process there. It's what works best for you. And that's what we were trying to get across and did such a horrible. Now I'm going to leave the original video up so that you can go back and see what it's like when I apparently incoherently babbled about an abstract direction. And I apologize. Really and truly, we do. It was just presented. Not that we don't believe in what we said, but that we said it in such a way that it became negative, that it looked like we had issues. We don't. We could care less. Oh my, the sun is changing direction. I have a speed racer stripe there. Gonna have to deal with it. Look, people are different, and the way they visit, the way they retire, the things that they do, what they like to do, what they don't like to do, they're all different. Only you can place a point of validity on each content creator. You can say, I like this person's experience. I like that person's experience. I don't like this person's experience. I don't like that person's experience. I don't, it's all individual about you. Content creators aren't here to tell you how to live your life, how to run your life, what you should do and what you shouldn't do. We're here to give experience and let you select amongst it. All right. And we can give you advice based on results that we've had. But how would that really play out when it's not your results? Wow, that's getting even worse. Hang on. We sacrificed quality for time, and that's part of what I want to get across here. Sometimes when we present, and when I say we, content creators, present information, we're on a time limit, self-imposed, okay? We know you have a limited amount of time to watch it. We try and go through that material, and sometimes we do a very poor damn job. I can't say more than that. All right. And that's what we did this time. I hope you'll accept this as a reasonable response to apologize for presenting something incoherently. I think this will do a much better job. All right. And finally, please, if you are new here, subscribe, hit that thumbs up, and we hope you have a great day.